This is the Grasping Decision Tree Editor. This editor allows us to edit grasping decision trees, which consist of two different types of nodes, branch nodes and leaf nodes. The branch nodes provide an efficient way of traversing through the tree to find an appropriate leaf node which contains the grasping implementation. The leaf nodes, or the grasping implementations, are edited in the grasping tool, and those can be saved out to a file from the grasping tool and then loaded into the decision tree. As an example, here's an empty node in the tree. If I right click on that node, a context menu pops up and I can load a leaf from file. Now we have that new leaf in our tree. In addition to being able to load from file, we can delete that leaf. We can also move those leaves around or swap them, or even copy them. We can also swap them from the branch level, or we can insert a branch if we need another level. There's the new branch we just added. We can also do the same thing with subtrees in the decision tree. So if we wanted to, say, swap a subtree with another subtree, it's just that easy. Or we can swap them back. We can edit our branch nodes, and there are several different types of branch nodes or branch types that we can use. The articulated model branch, which this demonstrates right here, allows you to specify links on the model as well as joint value ranges for those links. So in the case of picking up an articulated model like a soldier, if you have a robot that could pick up a soldier, then you could define joints on that shoulder, so the shoulders and the legs, and depending on the values of the shoulders and the legs, you might determine that you need a different grasp implementation depending on how that soldier is oriented on the ground. And so this articulated model branch allows you to specify those joint values that work for a particular grasping implementation. In addition to articulated branches, we also have the option to use a family branch, which is simply just a string comparison. We also have a pass-through branch, which is very simply a placeholder that always passes to the right side of the tree. We also have a shape matching branch, which has a much more detailed implementation. On the right side of this root node here, you can see that we're using some shape matching branches. These shapes have feature sets, and these feature sets define a histogram of that shape. And by comparing the histogram of the shape with the histogram of the object that you desire to grasp, you can come up with a dissimilarity value. And depending on the dissimilarity of those two shapes, you can determine whether or not you want to use the right hand side of the tree or the left hand side of the tree. The softball histogram shows just very simply what a sphere shape feature set would look like as a histogram. We can create a brand new tree simply adding some branches in. can load our leaves from file. When we're done designing our tree, we will just save it out. And of course, we can load it. Eventually, we'll be able to edit leaf nodes through the grasping tool. This functionality is not currently implemented. This requires integrating the grasping tool with the grasping decision tree tool. That work is yet to be done.